Kohl Children's Museum presents Home Zone, learning experiences you can do at home.
Hi guys, my name is Maura, and today we're reading Not Norman, a Goldfish Story by Kelly Bennett. When I got Norman, I didn't want to keep him. I wanted a different kind of pet, not Norman. See, there's Norman right down there. I wanted a pet who could run and catch, or who could climb trees and chase strings. A soft furry pet to sleep on my bed at night, not Norman. All Norman does is swim around and 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 around. This is it, Norman, I decide. I'm trading you for a good pet. Norman doesn't move. Not even a fin twitches. How can I handle him like this? How can I trade him? No one will want a sorry-looking fish in a gunky bowl. When I drop Norman in his nice clean bowl, he starts dipping and flipping, flapping his fins around. He looks so goofy I have to laugh. Look, there he is. He's flipping up in the air. Don't think that just because you made me laugh, I'm going to keep you, I tell him. Tomorrow, you are out of here. Norman blows a stream of bubbles. The next day, I take Norman to school with me, and I decide if I talk him up real good during show and tell, maybe someone will want him. On the way there, we see my friend Austin. Austin has a real cool dog and 7 puppies. Look at all the puppies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Want to swap one of your pups for Norman, I ask? Who's Norman? Said Austin. My goldfish, I say. Oh no, the puppies are drinking out of Norman's water, look! And by the time I rescue Norman, half his water is gone. I'm sorry, I tell Norman when we get to school. I'm really sorry. He just stares at me all googly-eyed. Finally, it's my turn to show and tell. Just as I start to talk about my goldfish, Emily shouts, "Jenny's gone! Who let my snake loose?" Look, there's a snake loose in the classroom. And you see the sign he made? It says, Norman, one amazing fish. Everyone's running because the snake is loose, oh no. Does anyone want to hear the story of how I got Norman? Does anyone even ask to hold his bowl? No. They're all jumping and screaming and chasing the snake, but not Norman. He's looking right at me. Thanks for listening, I tell him. That afternoon, we go to my music lesson. As soon as it's over, I'm taking Norman back to the pet store. I take out my tuba and begin to play. Bum 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 ba, ba 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 boo, boo 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 bee. I glance over at Norman. He's swaying back and forth. Glug, 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 he mouths. Look, Norman is singing, I say. Pay attention, snaps Maestro, and try to play the proper notes. Maestro makes me stay extra late for practice. By the time my lesson is over, it's too late to go to the pet store. Don't think that just because you like my music, I'm gonna keep you, I tell Norman. He just glugs. That night, I'm sound asleep when screech, scratch, screech. What's that noise? Scratch, screech. Yikes, there's something at the window. Then, out of the corner of my eye, I spot Norman! He isn't scared. He is just swimming around in circles either. He glugs and gives me a little wave. I'm not alone. Look, there's Norman giving a little wave. Together, Norman and I slide open the curtains. It was just a broken tree branch. Thanks for watching out for me, Norman. On Saturday, I take Norman to the pet store, just like I said I would. I look at the cats and the dogs, and snakes and birds. And I look at the hamsters and the mice and the lizards too. And they all look like good pets. but they're not Norman. When I got Norman, I wasn't sure if I wanted to keep him. But now, even if I could pick any pet in the world, I wouldn't trade him. Not Norman. The end. Thank you guys so much for listening. And if you want, you could create your own pet at home. You can imagine any kind of pet you want, like a goldfish with an elephant trunk, or a moose that flies and also swims underwater. And you can draw it on a piece of paper and act out how you would want to take care of it, and where you would want to go with it, and what you would feed it. And you could have a pet just like Norman that's just as awesome.